Good evening, I'm Karen Sullivan, publisher of Orenda Books, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the very first ever Orenda Books at Bedtime. This is a feature that will run every Sunday evening at 8 o'clock, featuring one of our authors reading aloud from their books from the comfort of their own homes. Because this is our first ever Orenda Books at Bedtime, we really want to get this right. We'd love it if you could message us with your ideas, who you'd like to see reading, and whether you think the reading should be shorter or longer. Anything goes. I'm delighted to announce that the first Orenda book at Bedtime is Johanna Gustafsson's Keeper. This is the second in the Roy and Castell series, which was published last year. The first in the series, Block 46, was published a year earlier. She's received rave reviews for these, and I'm thrilled to announce that this is being made into a TV mini-series with a Swedish, French, and English co-production. It'll be airing in the near future. Keeper is translated from French by Maxim Jakubowski, and let me tell you all about it. Whitechapel, 1888. London is bowed under Jack the Ripper's reign of terror. London, 2015. Actress Julianne Bell is abducted in a case similar to the terrible Tower Hamlets murders of some 10 years earlier, and harking back to the Ripper killings a century before. Falkenberg, Sweden, 2015. A woman's body is found mutilated in a forest, her wounds identical to those of the Tower Hamlets victims. With a man arrested for the Tower Hamlets crimes already locked up, do the new killings mean he is a dangerous accomplice, or is this a copycat serial killer? Profiler Emily Roy and true crime writer Alexis Castell again find themselves drawn into an intriguing case with personal links that will turn their worlds upside down. Following the highly acclaimed Block 46 and guaranteed to disturb and enthrall, Keeper's a breathless thriller from the new queen of French noir. And now it gives me great pleasure to hand you over to Johanna Gustafsson, reading from Keeper.
Hi, I'm Johanna Gustafsson. I'm a French author from Orenda Books, and I'm going to read you tonight from the second book of in the Roy and Castell series, which is called Keeper. Monday, 20th of July 2015. The body is hot, sweating, weighing heavy on top of Julianne. Powerful arms pin her down. She swallows her tears and the pain that wrenches her stomach. She turns her head to keep the man's hair from her mouth, so that she won't smell his foul breath in her face. He reeks of vinegar, urine, rancid butter. She opens her eyes and sees a yellow wall, a lock of hair caught in her eyelashes. Julianne blinks, swallows. She is lying on her stomach. The man is not there. She is alone, alone with her nightmare. The thought of his greasy hair falling in her face, the acrid smell of his skin and his sex. Julianne barely manages to turn her face away from the mattress before she throws up on the floor. What's worse? My nightmare of this hell on earth. A shooting pain tears across her lower back. It takes her breath away. She pants, swallows, and spits out strings of bile, then rests her forehead against the sheet. My God, what's happening to me? She waits for her breathing to steady, then shifts onto her left side as she groans to stem the pain. She grabs a blanket with the tips of her fingers and throws it off. She is naked. She hadn't realized when she woke up, but she is naked. And there is a dressing on her right buttock, a large piece of gauze held in place with surgical tape. Fear grabs her by the throat. What has happened to me? She reaches her arm down and feels for her buttock with her hand. Have I? She doesn't finish that thought. She begins to scratch at the sticky tape with the nail of her index finger, frantically, as if it were a label. She unsticks the rest of the dressing and grits her teeth. Oh my! Sheer horror ravages her face, widens her eyes, twists her mouth. She releases a primal scream, a howl that tears right through the stale air of the tiny room in which she is held captive.
Wow. Thank you for listening to our first ever Orenda Books at Bedtime. Next Sunday, we'll be introducing you to yet another Orenda author and another fabulous new book. Watch this space.